Today we're going to talk about the interior of my Nissan 350Z race car. The interior of the car, similar to the exterior and the weight reduction, is probably one of the most extreme parts of the car because there is no interior. Right now it consists of a Kirky intermediate road racing seat with head side impact protection, a custom fiberglass dash, RJS 5-point harness, a Kirk Racing 4-point roll bar, a 5-pound BC fire extinguisher, a quick release suede steering wheel, flow shift gauges, and a tucked wiring harness. Other than that, there is no other interior. All the sound deadening is gone, all the carpet, all the interior bits. The only thing that remains from the stock Nissan trim is the gauge cluster, the turn signals, and the center glove box, just because I still do drive the car from time to time, so I need room for insurance, registration, and a few other small things. It even has cup holders. Again, not a whole lot there, just everything I need to go fast at the track and be safe at the same time. Probably my favorite small detail about the interior of the car is the small warning red line that I've added in yellow. So the car's original red line was 6,600 RPM and it is now 7,200 RPM. And that little yellow warning area makes driving on the track so much easier because it gives you a very clear visual representation of where the car is at. Well, you've got so many other things to focus on. And last week at the Memorial Monster, it made a huge difference in how easy it was to keep track of where I was and when I needed to shift. The original 240Z had this same setup on its gauge cluster, and BMW M cars all have it. And I wish every car had it because it makes a huge difference in how easy it is to drive the car quickly. But I tried to make the car as simple and practical as possible. I've got a lot of room to store things in the car when I'm driving to and from the track. I have great visibility with all the interior trim moved out and the much larger motorsports mirrors. I also have additional side mirrors to help me see in my blind spots without having to move my head. For safety equipment I actually wear on my person, I've got a Hans head necker straight, I've got a Zamp SA 2010 helmet, RJS Racing shoes, and RJS Racing gloves. I also have an entry-level fire retardant suit that I wear. Similar to the exterior theme of the car, the interior, it is very simple. Everything is black or white with accents being red and yellow. I also have some silver accents for a few different trim pieces like around the gauges and the shifter bezel. Like I said, everything is stripped out of the car. There's no interior trim left. Only thing in the trunk is the battery. Got a lot of room. It's amazing how much room is back here once you remove all the trim and carpet and everything else out of the way. In total, removing everything saved over 500 pounds, so definitely worth it at the racetrack. And you've got a lot more room for storage too. There's really no more weight I can remove from the interior of the car, so really the only thing that's going to change moving forward is replacing the 4-point roll bar with probably an 8-point roll cage. Instead of having the main hoop connect right around here in front of this piece, I'm going to move it back here. So it'll make a smaller main halo, it'll be a little bit shorter, and it will also be further back in the car. I'll then obviously have arms come over the top to connect to the front footwells. And then I would like to connect it through the firewall. I'm gonna have to look very closely at the NASA rules to see what is allowed within my class. I'll have a NASCAR style door bar on the driver's side and just a regular X door bar on a passenger side because I don't ever expect to have a passenger other than on regular track days. When I'm not going to be going 10/10ths, I'm just gonna be out there showing them a good time. Other than the roll bar, I would like to flock the dash. I know it's not pretty. I got a lot of flack in the video of how to make a custom dash. If you wanna make yours pretty, go right ahead. I just didn't think it was worth the time because I knew I was going to flock it later and the flocking would cover up all the inconsistencies anyway. The seat I have now is a pretty solid containment seat. I mean, it's not as good as some of the $1,000 seats, but for an entry-level seat, it's really good. I've got side protection, I've got head protection. It does a good job of wrapping around my body and staying in place. If I ever do move to a better seat, the driver's seat will become the passenger seat because again, passengers should never be in as dangerous a situation as I am when I'm door-to-door racing. But other than that, the interior is pretty much the same way now, but it will be for the rest of the car's life. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.